The opinions expressed in this show are the views of the host and not necessarily that of WTRW, 94.3 The Talker, or the Bold Gold Media Group.
The following presentation is paid for by Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate, who is solely responsible for its content. Portions transcribed.
All Century 21 real estate offices are independently owned and operated.
This is the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate. Good morning. I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker, and with Pat Devaney, my husband, fellow realtor.
Good morning, Jackie. How are you today?
Well, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Very good. I like that. We are with Tom Esgro, owner of Tom's Painting and Design, for the second week in a row. Thank you, Tom, for being here with us.
Not a problem. Thank you.
We're here every Saturday at 11 a.m., Sunday at 11:30 a.m., where we talk real estate. We have an exceptional real estate office with many full-time realtors who've been guiding, assisting, and advising clients in real estate matters for over 50 years.
During the week, feel free to email us with any questions you have at questions@jruddy.com. That's questions@jruddy.com. Or you can give us a call at 570-344-6724. And when you go to jruddy.com, click on the webcam tab and get a live view of Dunmore Corners. You never know what you're going to see this time of the year.
View our listings, search the MLS listings, listen to archive radio shows, and see all the popular podcast apps that we feature the program on jruddy.com. That's mobile-friendly, jruddy.com. And remember, we're on social media just about everywhere. Okay, Tom Esgro, owner of Tom's Painting and Design. Last week, we pretty much talked about interior painting and the creative artistic touch that you bring to all of your projects. Before we dive into a conversation with you, give me a little bit about you and where you go and your experience and how long you've been doing what you do, please.
Okay. Been painting since I've been an artist my whole life. Since I'm a little kid, I've been drawing, painting. Around 17, I started painting for a company called Sun Builders, and then I also painted for a company called Simplex in the industrial park over in Scranton, or Taylor, I'm sorry. From there, I went on with another business for quite a long time, but always was an artist, always kept drawing. And then after COVID came, I had to think up a new plan, and that's when I was sitting there one day, and all of a sudden I started making cards, and I became an artist and a painter again. Well, I shouldn't say an artist, because like I said, I always was an artist, but I wanted to bring it to a new level and not just draw on paper. So from there, that's what I did. I started, painting for people and doing whatever they wanted, interior, exterior painting. Like I said, if you can think it up, it's with drawing, paint, pencil, I can do it,
Okay, so one of the things we talked about before the show is that you also will stain decks.
Yes. Also staining.
And staining furniture.
Correct. Yeah, a lot of times people will have an older piece of furniture and we all know an old piece of furniture doesn't mean a crappy piece of furniture because they were made a lot better. As long as the piece of furniture is sturdy, the glue, and if it isn't, we can make it sturdy, make it strong again. But for what it's going to cost you to buy another piece of furniture, it might make more sense for you to put the money into that one to redo it. And then you have the same piece of furniture, but it's just going to be way better than anything you're buying today unless you're going to someone that makes that kind of stuff by hand.
All the stuff they make today is, it's like press board or it's garbage. It gets wet and it falls apart. I'm a big proponent of using the old stuff and resurfacing it and, restoring it.
Does it ever devalue after, staining and bringing it back to life?
Depending on what kind of piece of furniture it is, yes. Sometimes it's worth it to go see who made that piece of furniture. I should say that they're rare cases, but if you do go forward and get that piece of furniture redone and didn't take the, how long would it actually take to research it, get someone over there to look at it or bring it in somewhere? Because you may be ruining a $10,000, $20,000 piece of furniture and not even knowing it.
Right.
But, for all the furniture, hand it down from mom, hand it down from grandpa, wherever it came from, and you want to use it, and you kept it in the basement for years or in the attic for years, and you just, You don't want to put it out because it looks older. It doesn't look good. I'll make it look good. That's what I do. Or we got to sand it, stain it, maybe change the color or whatever you want to do. But yeah, antiques, refurbishing antiques is, a good way to go instead of buying new furniture because it's very hard to find
quality anyway.
Furniture.
Yeah. How about painting? People paint like artsy chairs and tables instead of going with like a wood stain color.
Seems to be big in kids' rooms, right?
Yes.
With all of that kind of stuff.
You missed that discussion last week. We did talk about nurseries.
Yeah. We did last
see,
week.
I'm all out. See, that's what happened.
Yeah, but they do it in other rooms too. A little, not all the furniture, but a piece here, a piece there. They go with a design or a pattern.
Shelving, things like that. Like a lot of times you might want a bookshelf in the corner or something. Like I can do that stuff too. I can create that with colors and the boards, or maybe put a specific type of shelving up for you with colors that are going to, match the room or, for the child, whatever he likes. He might like a certain theme or, whatever it may be. I can make it match to your likings and go one above and, bring out the creativity.
I know certain people who would go crazy for Philadelphia Eagles
Yes.
stuff in their house.
Yep.
Certain people. I'm not going to mention any names.
But the problem there is if you get a Steelers fan, because what if he makes the eagle look like I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No.
I'm not a Steelers fan. I know the two collide. So.
Yeah, I got a friend of mine who was a Jets fan, and I think he dies every year with it.
Don't want to make an
Yeah, we're
eagle
not going to.
look like a bobcat.
All right, okay.
Yeah, but people have lower level family rooms and the sports themes, and that's
absolutely.
a great
Yes.
point. So Penn State
man
fans,
cave.
Notre Dame fans.
Some people like certain brands of beer.
Yeah, sure.
No, that's like a man cave. I got you.
Yeah.
Have a little man cave, whatever it might be, your little area, the garage, anywhere, anything you could think of.
Yeah, there's some car buffs on the planet. I don't know.
I don't know. My garage, I don't want murals. My garage, I like it bright white. That's the way I painted my garage. I went in there with the spray gun. I went high gloss exterior white, and I put fluorescent walls because I work in the garage.
Yeah.
That's
all
what
one color though. You made it easy.
Solid white. High gloss white.
It's smart though.
I want it as bright as it can be. I want to see everything.
Yep, for what you want, that's what it was.
Right. That's what
It's like a surgical room.
except it's full of junk.
Yeah.
I still think you should have hired me though.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But we can't do nothing about that.
That was 15 years ago. And I just got the sprayer, so I had to go crazy with it too. So
Well, let's talk about you do house painting. So exterior. When painting the exterior of a home, what are your primary considerations? Do you do a lot of surface prep? Do you clean? Do you sand? Do you prime?
Yes,
What do you do?
that's key. You got to get the area clean that you're painting. That's for interior and exterior, but mainly with exterior, you got to wait for the right day to start. First off, you got to make sure the wall's clean and prep correctly. Because once you paint, if you didn't prep correctly, you're going to have to go back and do it anyhow. So now you paint it for nothing. But yeah, if the wall is clean, if your surface area is very clean and ready, it's going to make everything else go smoother. And every painter knows that. Prep work is key. Prep is literally 80% of the job, in my opinion. If you prep the right way, everything else will go more smoothly and would look way better. But you got to take that time. And you also, when you're done, the touch-up, you got to take the time there too. Your line's straight, simple things like that. Is there any drips anywhere? Because people don't want their stuff ruined. You have to, like I said, prep, cover everything that needs to be covered. Like people may not realize, like if you're spraying outside, that paint can carry.
Oh yeah,
very far.
Oh yeah,
you can
on vehicles.
And I'm going to tell you, it's happened to me once before, and I learned my lesson. Thank God the guy was really nice, but it had to be maybe 100, 150 feet away from this house, and I was using the blue color. And he calls me up the next day. Hey, I saw your sign out there, and was wondering how you got blue paint on the Harley. I'm like, huh? I didn't see no Harley. He's like, this guy happened to be a painter too. I hope he's listening right now because he knows over on on Alder Street in Scranton. But yeah, no, the guy was very nice. Thank God it came right off because the guy didn't clean his bike in a couple weeks. So there was dirt on there, so the paint came right off.
Oh.
But there's a good idea. If the bike was clean, I probably would have had to, buy him a new paint job.
Oh, my God.
But that's one idea there, and I know what I'm doing when I did that. But there was literally one spot I was stretching, and I'm like, shh, and I know where it happened. I knew where it happened, but now I don't make that mistake again.
And then the
It'll never
wind.
happen.
Wind
Oh,
is a factor.
the wind
Yes.
you got to watch all the time.
But that paint can carry, and you just don't want that. People shouldn't have to watch you while you're painting. The neighbors and anyone that knows that, they're going to watch you. It doesn't matter if you're looking out for them or not, they're going to watch.
There was a guy that painted a house on North Washington Avenue. They have since knocked it down, but he was spraying, and he sprayed everything. He sprayed the roof. He didn't get the windows, but it was he got the roof. He got everything. He didn't miss a spot.
But no, my point is, I'm not perfect. But,
I would look at that for years. I was like, oh my God, don't ever let me do that. But you got to be careful with the sprayer. Like
Correct.
you say, it goes everywhere. It can really, really be everywhere.
Yeah, no, like I said, I try to be a perfectionist, but you got to learn from your mistakes. The problem is when you don't learn.
Mistakes happen. That's just it. But we don't want the mistakes to happen to us.
No. Don't spray my roof. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't care how much insurance you have or whatever. No one wants to go through that and hear a neighbor upset at them for something
Right.
they're doing on somebody, because you want the word of mouth advertisement. You want the people to think highly of you, and you want whoever you're hiring to know that they're watching out for you, if possible.
All right. So, like interior paint, I'm sure there's the good and bad paint options. So, anybody painting an exterior, how long could they potentially have without having to repaint? Because it's a costly project.
Well, the paint I get, I make sure you're going to have at least a 20-year warranty on it, on any paint job. And the paint that I buy actually says 25 years. So, but, the weather, things change. it doesn't have to be 25 years, but you want to buy good paint. It's just, I can't stress that enough. You got to buy good paint. Like, you think you're saving $10, $20, spending that, then don't try to save 10 or 20. Go throw another 20 in for paint. Like, that's how it should be. When you walk into a place, I ask for the best two paints they have. Wherever the customer may want me to go, or they may be using somewhere already. I want the best two paints, and then we go with one of the two. I don't even ask about the other paints or how good they are, because I already know from experience they're water. There's a lot of water added into them. So you're not getting your money's worth. You may be getting, now if you have a very small project, something like that. Again, I'm trying to make it sound like it's, like you could, but every time I think about it, no, it doesn't make sense, even for a small project. Because you're
Don't chintz on paint.
Yeah,
Right. When we get jobs, do painting, we'll either go to I'm going to mention names. We'll go to the Sherwin-Williams or the Glecko over in Scranton. And what I like about going to one of those smaller places instead of a big box store is I can talk to a knowledgeable person behind the counter and say, well, which paint is superior for this application? And then they will tell me which paints work, and then they'll show me a list of colors that are available in that paint. And then they'll also tell me there's different finishes. So I cannot stress, I just did this a month ago. The guys are so knowledgeable in these stores.
I'm going to tell you something.
And take advantage of that.
Since you bring that up, again, it's I don't know if I should mention it or not, but Benjamin Moore, he was a customer. The owner over there in Scranton was a customer of mine with my other business for a long time. He purchased products from me. I was a salesman then. But what happened is I went there, and they told me, oh, we'll come out there and look at the job for you and everything. Like, they literally did that. And like you said about Sherwin-Williams, I didn't realize there were places around that will do this.
And the other guys, too, the Glecko guys. I mean, I believe in shopping local and using all of this talent that's available, because I don't want a guy from, plumbing coming over and talking to me about my paint. I want to talk to a specialist, because I'm going to be looking at this paint for the next 10, 15 years.
You want to be looking at this paint for the next 10, 15 years. You don't want to be paying for paint that you're going to have to repaint in 4 weeks because it wasn't done correctly.
But I got a good deal.
Yeah.
But I got a good deal. I got it cheaper up at the big box store.
No,
Another thing with the painting, too, just because you like something doesn't mean someone else is going to like it. So
Right.
it depends on what you're painting and why you're painting it. like, what are you trying to accomplish here? Because if you're trying to sell the house, you probably don't want to go mix matching colors and going crazy. You want to keep it simple. Like
Simple.
Right now, grays are in.
Neutral.
Yeah, grays are in right now. That's the thing. Like, people like the light gray look because it's very
On the
easy to-
interior.
Correct. You're right. On the interior, the light gray is a thing right now. Everybody's doing it.
Right.
For a long time, it was white. Then it went to, they were light blues, and then it went to gray. Like, I don't know who makes the stuff up, but that's just the way it is. It gets
right.
it's trendy.
You see trends.
Yeah.
But like Zillow just did a study and they revealed what paint to avoid when painting your front door. So the front door is probably the focal point of most homes. And so we often talk about curb appeal in real estate, and it's probably one of the simplest, easiest things to freshen up when you put your house on the market, right?
Yes.
So to invite people in, have an attractive colored front door. Zillow just did a study that said, what color should you avoid when painting your front door? And believe it or not, it's gray.
Yep. Makes sense.
It's gray.
Makes sense.
And it's so popular on the inside of the house, but they said cement gray front door, you'll get less for your home in the long run. I don't know how. We know how accurate Zillow is.
Oh yeah, I got a Zillow.
Zestimate.
I got a Zestimate along with my iced coffee, and I know exactly how much my house is worth.
But when I see articles like this, automatically it piques my interest, and I love anything that has to do with colors. And they said that the bright, as much as people are attracted to a bright red front door, they won't go see that house.
Yes. Well, what I like to do, what I notice with the front doors, a lot of times depends if you have a window in your door or not, because that window has a little border around it as well. So a lot of times what we'll do is I'll paint the door white and then maybe do the border black, like it all pops.
Right, that breaks it up nice. See, that's
Yes.
why he's an artist.
Yeah.
So
And they
I wouldn't
said
have thought of that.
white front doors are good. Go with a white front door or a mid-tone brown and black. They're saying black is the best.
White, black, and a lot of people do red, believe it or not, because they believe red brings them luck.
Right. And I think in Switzerland, a red door, when they paint their doors red, I think it's Switzerland, might be Sweden or Switzerland, that actually tells the world that they paid off their mortgage.
Yes.
It's very interesting. Here, I think people like red doors, but I was amazed that it actually didn't help with bringing people to look at the home, because I love a red front door.
Simple things like somebody might say, "Oh, what color we're going to paint the door?" And I get to the door. All right, here's what I think we should do. Why don't we give me an extra couple bucks? Let me do the mailbox black. We'll change the address numbers. We'll do the little border around the window, black, and we'll make the door white, and maybe just those small little things.
And it blends.
Correct. That'll make the entryway pop. Because we all know when someone goes to buy a house, the first thing as soon as they walk on that porch, like, it's how they feel. A lot of people they buy on impulse buys. And you don't want to take that away from somebody if they're in a good mood, and then you bring this dark, ugly colors, and just.
It's a turnoff.
Yeah, it's a turnoff, exactly.
They also said to avoid saturated blue and olive green. So stay away from those colors. Tom Esgro, owner of Tom's Painting and Design. How does someone get in touch with you, please?
Through phone, 570-604-5975. I also could do email, tomesgro9183@gmail.com. That's TOMESGRO 9183@gmail.com.
Okay, thank you, Tom. Pat?
Yes, we have a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home at 2308 Pond Avenue in Scranton for $239,000. This beautiful home has a large living room, a large family room, a den, an eating kitchen, lots of storage space in the walk-up attic, and plenty of off-street parking along with a detached 2-car garage. This home sits on a 50 by 75 lot with a rear outside deck. That's a beautiful 4-bedroom, 2-bath home at 2308 Pond Avenue in Scranton for $239,000. And that's listed by Karen Kashuba of our office.
Thank you, Pat. That's why he thinks he lost his accent. Did you hear how he said Scranton?
Are you're making fun of me?
No.
I have little kids making fun of me when I talk.
When you weren't here last week for the first half of the show, we were trying to do a New York accent, but we didn't pull it off quite like you. You have the real deal.
Thank you.
Our sponsor this weekend is Permaglaze Bath Renew, located on the Scranton-Carbondale Highway. They reglaze bathtubs, sinks, tile, countertops, and more. Reglazing is a specialized coating applied over porcelain, formica, fiberglass, ceramic tile, fixtures, and more. Permaglaze can even change the colors of your old, outdated bathroom and or kitchen. Permaglaze and Bath Renew can also convert your old bathtub into a walk-in shower with complete removal or clean-cut step-in tub system. Their process can save homeowners hundreds or even thousands of dollars on bathroom or kitchen remodeling projects. Also, Permaglaze Bath Renew currently has employment opportunities available. Call 570-344-8434 or visit PermaglazeLinersNEPA.com to enhance your home and life today.
That clean cut step-in is a wonderful system. I've seen the way they do it. And instead of having to redo a bathroom, they just do the cut-in a tub, and you can just step right into the shower for an older person. It's a great thing.
It's fabulous. Stay with the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. We'll be back after a very brief break. Are you ready to make your next move in the world of real estate? Look no further than Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate, your trusted partner in buying and selling homes. If you're a homeowner looking to sell, Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate will ensure you get the best possible price in today's competitive market. And if you're in the market to buy your dream home, Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate will help you find the perfect place to call your own.
Congratulations.
We've adopted the popular saying, an educated consumer is our best customer. That's why since 2010, we've hosted the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate Saturdays at 11 a.m., Sundays at 11:30 a.m. on 94.3 The Talker. Visit jready.com. That's JRUDDY.com or call 570-344-6724. Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate, where dreams find their address. You're rejoining the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker, and with Pat Devaney, my husband, fellow realtor.
And we're back.
With Tom Escrow, owner of Tom's Painting and Design. Thank you for being here. We're really talking about painting exteriors of homes today, and we just talked about the front door. How can homeowners extend the life of either their interior or exterior paint job and ensure that they look great for years to come?
Don't have kids. No, I'm sorry.
So you got it. That's what I was going to say. No, I'm kidding. Don't chimps on paint, period. Buy good paint.
Okay. Are there any emerging trends or innovations in residential painting that homeowners should be aware of?
No, not at the moment. It's pretty much who you hire. That's what you should be, the paint and who you're hiring to put the paint on.
All right. So I talked about what paint colors to avoid for the front door. You talked about the popular interior seems to be grays.
Yeah, right.
Light, medium, dark, all shades?
Light grays.
Okay.
Light grays.
Now, do you have a favorite interior or exterior painting project that you have worked on? And what made it memorable for you?
Well, as far as that goes, yes, I do. And it's going to be an exterior because the before and after photos were just completely, I couldn't imagine how it can come out like that.
So you transformed it?
Yes, pretty much. And, it was one of these jobs where a gentleman said to me, hey, I'd like this done. It needs to be in this price range. Can you do it? And I did. And then I took it to a whole nother level because I knew what the gentleman did for a living, and I knew he'd bring me more work if I made him happy. So that's what I did. But I really could not believe this house looked like it was about to fall apart. I replaced a few boards, did what I had to do with caulking and, the small stuff. And then we put the paint on, and the house just looked brand new. And it was a stucco house. And that's, because any painter knows, you really don't like painting stucco houses because you got to spray from every angle in order to get it all. So on stucco, you're usually painting, I'm going to say 3 coats, usually on a stucco house, at least.
So you get in all the grooves and
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah, I could see how that would be a little difficult
Yeah, but the prep work
and time consuming.
correct. Yeah.
So how long did a project like that take? How big was the house? Was it huge?
The house was about, I'm going to go in square footage here. It wasn't huge. It was about 3,500, 3,000 to 3,500 square feet.
That's a big house.
It's pretty big. I guess
Yeah.
that's
Porches, a lot of wood trim around the windows.
a lot of windows.
Yeah.
There was a lot of windows. So, and that's what made the house stick out nice too, because we redid the frames on a lot of the windows. And without that, underneath it, what he wanted to do was put siding on originally. And a lot of people know, siding is not cheap. Not that painting is, but usually to side a house is going to cost 2 to 3 times more than to paint it. So what I managed to do for him is he didn't need the siding when I was done. We went with good paint, of course, and now it looks beautiful.
And it's going to last them. Did you say you have a 20-year warranty on the paint has 20-year warranty?
The paint I buy has 25 years
of
a warranty. The warranty is 25 years. But depending on the job size, and what we're trying to accomplish, I like to give usually at least a 10-year warranty on an exterior job. But I go up to 20, 25 years, no problem, depending on what paint they're choosing. That's why I don't want to put my foot in my mouth. But 99% of the time, I usually have control of that. But, there are people who, they want it their way.
So do you do different colors around trim? Is it like more colors? It's more expensive, obviously, correct?
Yeah, going with more than one color is always going to be more expensive, because then you have to bring more prep in and you have to tape more. Like, for instance, the house we were talking about, it came out, it was actually a blue, that newer trend blue color that everybody's using. It looked like that, like you see all the famous people doing their houses right now. That's like a light blue color. I don't know if but
there's so many shades. Oh, sky blue.
It's almost like a sky blue to, I can't explain the color. But if you look it up on your phone, it'll pop right up.
Uh-huh.
But then we did the window sills like a nice bright white. And again, just that little bit of extra detail, it just makes a paint job look 10 times better. It really does. It makes it look amazing versus saying, oh, that's a good job. You're going to say, wow, that looks amazing. What a different house.
Tom Esgro, owner of Tom's Painting and Design. How does someone get in touch with you, please?
Through phone, 570-604-5975.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
We enjoyed having you on the show.
Me too. I really appreciate it. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Thank you. Pat.
Yes, we have a large, stately 6-bedroom home at 1507 Wyoming Avenue in the Greenridge section of Scranton for $185,000. This home has all of the old world charm. It's got great room sizes, 4 bedrooms on the second floor, a finished walk-up attic with 2 additional rooms on the third floor. This home has gorgeous built-ins, original woodwork, beautiful hardwood floors, and a large, relaxing front porch, along with off-street parking, and my favorite part, a large detached 4-car garage. That's a 6-bedroom home with a 4-car garage at 1507 Wyoming Avenue in the Greenridge section of Scranton for $185,000, and that's listed by Karen Kashuba of our office.
Thank you, Pat. According to the National Association of Realtors, the country needs more homes priced for middle-income buyers, and they are buyers defined as households earning up to $75,000. The United States is about 320,000 affordable homes short. Affordable housing is defined as homes listed for $256,000 or below. In April 2023, less than 1/4 of the listings were under that price. More than half of United States consumers are considered middle income. In 2018, more than half of the homes listed were affordable to those earning a middle income wage. Most of the inventory on the market today is unaffordable to the average American. Nearly 1/4 of inventory was listed for $680,000 or above. In a balanced market, that percentage would be closer to 11%, not 23%. Pittsburgh has one of the most balanced markets in the United States, especially for middle-income buyers. Affordable inventory is at 52%. In a balanced market, it is 53%. In our area, 20% of listings are affordable housing for our area's middle-income buyers.
I just listed that was an affordable one on Wyoming Avenue.
Remember to tune in next Saturday at 11 a.m., Sunday at 11:30 a.m. to listen to more of the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker.